Hey guys, this is the next in the series of basics, which a couple of you guys have said you're enjoying. Good. Uh, Now, with all the holidays and everything, it's been a little hard to get to them. So I don't remember the game very well. So you'll have to bear with me. Okay. Now, this student doesn't mind his name there, so we don't have to worry about that. And in this series, this is where the students are trying to play only the basics. Okay. I've got lots of options. I use that one. Makes a lot of sense. Let's talk about rational moves here. Uh, we're talking about a basket full of moves that are all fine to play. Okay. A and B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Responding in the upper left, and the pinch. And other pinches. Let's not go through all the pinches. Okay. Now, based on your mood and preference, you can choose anyone you want, and the game's fine. But let's check out a difference between black B. What's it doing? I don't want to say nothing, but it's not responding to anything other than white can play there. No big deal if white plays there, but we are stopping white from playing on a big move on the right. Okay, that's reasonable. Now let's look at I. What is that doing? Well, that's stopping white from playing here. We have immediate position being built by white. Here, white's not building an immediate position. It's far from another stone. So white can do something. There's some immediate stuff white can do, pushing black down, all this stuff. So I, or J, is responding to an issue. And of course, we can now jump on white pretty good. Okay, so this is an active move. B is a passive move. Now, maybe I's a reactive move. I don't mean to use the correct definition of the term. I only mean that these moves are responding directly to an event you might not want to have happen. Also, G, that's responding to a move that white didn't stop. So black can stop this one, but white didn't stop that one. Okay, so we have passive moves. Let's go back to that. And active moves. Stay with the action. It's going to serve you much better. So black plays this way. Very reasonable. I touch the stronger one just out of habit. Plays the good Joseki. Now, yeah, this is I don't like this as white just because I don't. I feel like when I play the Joseki move, I haven't done anything. I'm really not bothering black very much. I'm not even so I prefer when black plays this way. Oh, now I have something to do. I'm going to stop him from coming in the corner, So I think it's a good move by black, nice and calm. And now he can finish his group, at which point I'd flatten right away. or you can play this way, perfectly reasonable, making sure white doesn't get carried away on the bottom. Okay, so we're on move 13, and we've only scratched the surface of all that this means. I mean, you could talk for hours and not even hardly get to move 5. And there's a lot to all the positions, all that they mean. Okay, I pinch here, which I would do again. Here's another option for me. I don't see much that I'm doing here. So I pinch, trying to get over to the left. I could just play this way. I think this is fine. I'm stating that all is well in the bottom left. And I believe that to be true, but I just chose this. Comes out, and I hane. Now black doesn't know what to do. He's unfamiliar with the Joseki. What do I do? So assuming you don't know Joseki, and I don't know Joseki, I've asked many professionals about Josekis. The most common response I get is, I don't know. I never learned Josekis. Cracks me up. They just go on a little bit of reading, a little bit of principle, play something they like, or else they learned them long ago and they've forgotten them. Funny. Okay, let's look at black has a cut at C. That's got to be part of this Joseki. Yeah. Let's look at black fixing. Do you think this might be Joseki? Probably not. Not really making the eye shape or not threatening anything. What about this one? Eye shape. Our next move is easy to come underneath for health. Now we can jump out here. I bet you we can jump out here. That looks strong. What about this one? You did not only did you not fix your weakness, you created a second weakness. Probably not. What about this one? Same thing, except you hurt white as you created a new weakness. Okay, maybe. Of all of them, this seems strongest. Now you'll get out in direction 1 or in direction 2. The one we haven't discussed is actually getting out. Nuh-uh. Can't get slower than this. Very condensed empty triangle. That's the famous shape to not get. That's the one he played. He didn't see anything else to play. So what do you do when you don't see anything else? Well, that's the same as the pro. They're like, well, I don't know Joseki, but I'm not going to play here. What are you, crazy? We know this is a slow move. What about this one? At least here. There you go. That should work. What if he cuts? No problem. He can't cut you. Oh, he can cut you. And it's a ladder, which may or may not work. So you'd be forced to play here and here and out and cut. Okay, possible. Yeah, doesn't look so good. Okay, so we played here. I fix. He comes out. Notice how this encourages white to play something white enjoys playing. Let's look at the other side, this side. Here, probably not. That's an ugly white group. What if I make it a little better? Still an ugly white group. So I'm not going to respond to this. I'm sure I'll go back here and then the game would continue. So this looks like a better direction. Now, this little Joseki we're going through, it's a good definition of basics. It's not a matter of having memorized the Joseki, but how does one maneuver think situations that one does not know? This way, I do it. I take I had assumed that I'd play here. It's such a nice move to reach out to the rest of the board. But if I were to do that, then he's going to be developing the left, which is too harsh. Okay, so we saw his move before we wanted to talk about it. So let's look at the next possible moves for black. What? A, B, C, D, E. Those look like the next ones. We don't want A. That's playing. Do we know inside moves versus outside moves? Um, inside move is, let's talk about this white stone. Here's the natural line of the white stone. I'm going to move black to make this a little easier to see. Put it here. Okay. Here's a white line. Here's a white line. Any square black plays is an inside move. We don't play inside moves. So if white plays here, we don't play this move. That's an inside move. We would play this one or over here. But that's an inside move. We don't do that. Now, it happens to come back to a Joseki, but this is a mistake. So, yeah, we don't play this move. That's a whole nother lecture, but this is the one of the four that we almost never play as A. But that's a whole other thing. So the squares, inside moves, because of white's most perfect line. We want to break the line. So that would be a possibility. And just for fun, oh, but we can get cut off. Yeah, but I'll catch your stone. Yeah, you caught my stone, but I got out, which was my whole goal. Okay, inside moves and outside moves. This one is a big threat to get out, and then you get out. Okay, back to the game. Here, there's only two moves that aren't inside moves, D and E. D goes for the cut, E goes for life and points. They're both Joseki. How do we know which Joseki to choose? Ah, we have a big old bear over here ready to do some work. So push and cut. So on the left, oh, wrong button. That'd be nice. That's a good trick against your opponent. Make sure he's got your color stones in his bowl. Let's just look at a real basic Joseki here. Let's put it this way. And black looks great on the left. Okay. Black played an inside move. Ooh, ouch. Wow. Now look at the left. Pitiful. So to here, this is, should black press again or not? Actually, Joseki's here, or at least this is the, see how when we're done, there's a cut here. White doesn't mind so much. But anyway, he played here, same move. That's fine. I fix, and now I have a nice wall. Okay, where for black?
The meaning of this series on basics is for us to try to understand what's basic. So are we in trouble somewhere? Let's say no. White? No. Well, what's going on that's big? Well, area 1, very big. I've had a lot of students say they don't understand what's big. And this board's a good example. On the right, wide open spaces. Everyone is eager to get over to area 1. Granted. What about the bottom? Not nearly as wide, and black already has a low settled group there. Yes, but I think the bottom is bigger than the right. How's that possible? Because when white plays here, black's going to respond. This is for free. This costs an entire move. This one, free. Get your free points. And if black plays here, to make this move harder, so he's playing in one of the big areas and the corner and supporting a group. We don't want to do it in Gote because we're already settled. We don't need to settle more, but we want to limit what I can do here. Okay, so I think the bottom is bigger than the right, and I think the left is biggest of all because let's threaten the cut and jump out. All of a sudden, white's got all the left and black doesn't, and black has how many eyes? 0. And white, alive. That's biggest. There's still a chance that this is bigger because if black plays this, what would he play? Let's put it here for now. No, because if black plays this, white will just ignore. Okay. So left is biggest. Okay. So that's a good example of how to see what's big. We haven't talked about the top. Not big. Why not? Well, if white says, I'm taking the top. Really? You're undercut. You can't take the top. I can just come in. White can't take the top. Now, if this was Sente, which it's not, now the top's big. Okay. Black. I did play this way. He fixes. I came this way, looking at that cut. I don't think this is a particularly good move for white because there's a lot of questions here about white's move. Black, white, gets out. I play a settling move, seems reasonable. And then we're over here. Okay. Basics. What should black do? Well, let's start with houses A group. Well, he's got an extension to B. That's a pretty far extension with white fairly strong nearby. If you're going to ignore, you're probably going to be wanting to treat it lightly, meaning give part of it up. So let's say, for instance, we choose this Joseki, stating that we want a position on both sides. Kind of hard for white to come in because there's this cut left behind, and black just prepared for it. So this is defending the bottom,
because it probes the cut. Just here in Gote, I mean, it finishes it and it's big, but it's too inactive. White will just go on to the next thing. Played here. Doesn't fix the gap. Yeah, I don't see this doing anything. Threaten the cut. Okay, the other one looks better, but this is something. Then fix in Gote. Yeah, if I was going to fix, I prefer to fix here, which doesn't fix the cut, but well, actually, well, I don't know. White's not real thrilled with that. But you see what Black's trying to do. But see how it's Gote and that black group? It's a new black group that's completely unsettled. I go ahead and take, because he is all around me, and now I'm alive, and now I can attack two separate groups. Comes out, seems reasonable. Okay. Let's look. We're the Blackstones. You're playing a game. What the heck do I do? Well, we know what Q players do. Bam. Save my stones. Without thinking. So let's think instead. Black to play. How's my A group? White is starting to come close. How's my B group? No eyes. And if I play, it's no eyes in Gote. It's just to be tossed. What's the B group going to do? Is it going to attack C? No. Is it going to gain points on the bottom? No. It can't do anything. So you can force white to take it as you help your bottom group. There's a few ways of doing that, right? Forcing white to take and getting your group nice and solid, that would be useful. So this is a real wrong way of thinking of things. Of course, when I was Q, and it's like, it's so natural, I want to save my stones. Q players think that's the meaning, and it's not. It's hard to get a perspective outside of that. It's difficult. I get out, splitting two weak groups. He tries to save this one. He does save that one. But now his bottom group can just die anytime I want to kill it. Apparently now's the time. And go ahead and now's the time to give that group up and go do something big. Might be here, making a really big area. Might be here, making a big area. Go do something really big. And if you think if you think the cuts are important, fix them. I don't think they are in this case. Okay, black, white. And he gives up there because it's just dead. Okay. Hope we got some definitions of what's basic, process, how to find it, how to think about situations. Hope it was useful. Catch y'all later.